Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is FRC 2012 season round 12 out of 16 and we are here at the Temple of Speed at Monza to start the Italian Grand Prix. The chance of rain is really high, about 90% today, and we're expecting some good battles on track. And today in the commentary booth we have Ruspro and Bite. Anyways, enough of talking, it's time to take a look at the starting grid for today's race. As we know from yesterday's qualifying, it is front row start for Ferrari, for Dane Fraser, who starts from second, and it's pole position for Jake Tilsley.
Yeah, indeed. In P5, 6, 7, and 8. P3 we have Adam Hidia, P4 is Richie Garman, P5 is Aditya Pagas, P6 is Max Mittler.
P7 and P8, a good qualifying for Zauber, it's Nicole Johansson ahead of Sami Toscan. P9 and P10 it is Abovic and Rushton, and P11 and P12 it's Santina Andreoli, and the fastest of Mercedes yesterday it is Rodrigo Jimenez.
Right, Jafari Blackwood in P14, Vanzelos in Jafari in P13, sorry, Placelos in P14, but a good by the Pedro in P15 Fernando Tost. The only two HRTs making out in Q1, so that's pretty good for the HRT team.
And the last three rows, Musa Karimov, Litvin Pasaulik and Derek Hanebusa, and Miha and Luan and Rosette Martinez starting last. Now the most interesting part is the rain. It is...
It's raining!
Yep. Here we are, we have 5 lights. And we go green for the Italian Grand Prix. Who is going to have a better start? Is it going to be Tilsley or is it going to be Daniel Fraser? But Daniel has an excellent start, and Jack Tilsley loses another position. Now he's side by side with his teammate Aditya Bagos all the way down to P5 for Jake. What's going to happen here? And of course a lot of debris on the track. So the drivers are coming into turn 1. Just look at this, almost everybody is going 3 wide there. Although it's not NASCAR. So... oh, we've only got one crash and it's Aditya Bagos in the wall. Well, I expected something better from Monza. We've got Nicole Johansson with damage, as Jimenez moves up into P10. He's not going for a dive bomb on Jake Tilsley. And Jake does not have any damage, that's good for him. Samantov's can happen to be 11, but still not a single Zauber in top 10. Alex Lowe P16, Hanebusa Pasalic, and the drivers with damage are Santi Andreoli, Fernando Tost, and Miha is actually good with the car, but he's all the way down on P22. Hided right behind Vucci Carmen. As the drivers are going, as they're going through Ascari. Oh, that's really close between Rush and Horlicker. Long goes for it and overtakes Indra Paracel, one of the caterers. And Dane Fraser is going to be leading after the first lap of the race. Okay, should we take a look at the start of the race once again and what's happened to D2 Buggers. Sees the only retirement of the first lap. Yep, he was trying to avoid the contact with Max Miller and his teammate Teasley, as well as with Vujic Garmin, but what's happened here was Abovich colliding with Mikkel Johansson. Oh. And now, what's happened to Abovich? Yep, it was definitely his fault. He does not get any damage at all. And what others? Mikkel Johansson has got damage, and anyone else? Yep, it was Santien Drowley. Because of all this stuff happening. Fernando tossed right into him as well. Damaged his front wing and damaged Santini's rear wing.
Watch out for debris. Watch out for debris.
Yep, just a carnage into turn 1. And nothing more. Nicholas is going into the pits, as well as Martinez. Who makes Miha slow down. Yep, that's a disaster for Santina. He did not make it into Q3 yesterday, and now he's struggling with the race, picking up damage after the first
Double shot stop on max pair. Everyone's. And also, Baggers could be out in the championship hunt if, as it stands.
Well, let's see, but for now Alex Long goes for it round outside. And yep, he's on P14. What a brave move by the rookie. Not the best start we could expect. Rodrigo Jimenez tries to move up places here as he goes into Cordel Villalona, up to P9. Now Holker is under the attacks of Musa Karimov, who'll try to get him past that Parabolica. P10 for the Uzbekistan driver. As we can see by the race progression, Jake Disley had a terrible start. He's P8, although he started from pole, but other drivers, except for Adam Hidet and Jake Disley, gained some places. Fraser moved up into first from P2, Armin gained 2 positions, as well as Smitler 3 positions gained by Abovich, Rushton and Jimenez, 7 positions by Musakarimov, who started all the way down from P17, and 8 positions gained by Jafari Blackwood, who moved up into P5 from P13. It seems like Musa is much faster than Rodrigo. These two are going into turn 8. Oh, look at this. Much faster the straight. Musakarimov snatches P9 from the Mercedes driver. Samatowska moves 7 to P11 now. And Lon, look at his pace. He's one of the fastest drivers on track.
Yes, indeed.
Oh,
Lawrence
he
trying to
makes a
someone into the
mistake.
Ferrari, and you just
Yep,
jinxed it
indeed.
as usual. Thanks, thanks for the jinx, man. Apparently, there's a 2-horse race at the moment between Richard Carmen and it's currently a 2-horse race between Richard Carmen and Smith at the moment. Here's Pasala going down the inside of the cage room and around the outside of the chicane, and he just got the move done.
Let's see who's going to be in the lead a few laps later. For now, Vucic seems like a faster driver than Dane Fraser. And just to notice, it's really close in the top 10, and probably even Benji Rushton can go for move on Abovic. Oh, Vucic is already less than a half of a second behind. But it seems like Daniel has got a better exit out of turn 10. And look at the McLaren driver. Just flying down the main straight and taking the P1. As well as we've got a message about the fastest lap, and of course it was by Vucic Armin 1:30.9. The second fastest was by Daniel Fraser, which was 9/10 slower. Just imagine. Benji Rushton
Armin,
takes Abovic.
yeah, and yeah, indeed. The and Benji Rushton's down the inside of Obovic. So Obovic is really right. Richard Garber was right about Obovic being a little bit more slow this weekend compared to the last couple of races. So do you think Obovic might be out of drive if he not out of drive could be hammered by everyone else? Do you think?
Yeah, probably, but considering that the car behind him is actually Jake Teasley, who basically bottled the start and lost 7 positions, I don't think it's going to be that easy for the British driver to overtake. Alone goes for a move on Hanebusa. It was not the best place to dive bomb.
Yeah, Scar is the worst overtaking spot to dive bomb. Tell that to the former, tell that to everyone else to try to dive bomb at Scary.
It seems like Jake Teasley was 4/10 of a second faster than Abovic on lap 5. And probably it's even going to be not that difficult to overtake. Oh, and that's... Oh! Not
Yeah,
sure. Not sure if I can
Yeah, I think I
this
just
jinx and
jinxed it,
boom.
mate, because Abovovich is now out the race. Oh, contact by Alex Lawn, and thankfully
And
he didn't
here
hit the
comes the wheel.
McLaren.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a mechanical failure.
yeah,
Yeah, transmission.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Abovovich might struggle in the second half of the season, but we have to
Watch
wait
out
and
for
find out
debris.
which
Watch
team,
out for debris.
if Abovovich is going to stay in FRC or is he going to leave. But I mean, very unlucky for Alex Lawn. Went, yeah, thankfully he didn't hit Abovovich, but he's still in the race. But I mean, seriously, that's serious bad luck by the Vietnamese.
Yes, well, Saboch's car is just on the track.
Watch out for debris.
So here comes the marshal. And where are the top drivers in this race? Which Carmen will be getting closer to the yellow flag section, but it's not going to be that dangerous. So now it's a battle for P5 between Rushton and Blackwood. Blackwood had a... I can't say that he had a good qualifying, but he was out-qualified by his teammate. Jafari dives in and gets P5. Although will be pitting, that's a serious damage to the front wing and it's basically ripped off. And the rain has stopped, so it may be drying out really soon. So we're going to see which stretch is going to be the best. 10.9 for Lawn. And talking about the pit stops, some drivers decided to pit earlier, so they're going to have an undercut, like Vucci Carmen, Daniel Fraser, the whole top 3, plus Jafari Blackwood and Benji Rushton. We're going side by side, as well as Tektis and Musa Karimov, and one position gained for Rushton and one position gained for Musa Karimov. That's good.
The Williams are really on the pace, especially in the wet.
Yep, indeed.
They come.
I think it is sunny already. So seems like no more rain expected.
Yeah, this could be interesting for strategy.
And I think it's going to pay off for the drivers with a later pit stop. So the track will try out. It's going to be as dry as possible, so these guys might go for inters or even false leaks. But at least we could see Alex Sloan pitching from wets to wets. We could see bench Russian being overtaken by Jafari Blackwood, but these two are going side by side. And
Then you,
Russian's going to be ahead.
Mom. Why it's so weird that on my computer when you go video. Guess what? Guess what? I cannot there is not a video lesson, and then the other one is a video lesson to the photo, taking them, the audio cuts out.
Okay, and now the Williams of Musa Karimov will try to get the revenge from Jafari, who tried to overtake his teammate. But they're going to turn 7, and it's surely not the best place to overtake. So now's the chance for Jake Tealsley, dirt Musa Karimov. Jake Tealsley could not go for it at Parabolic, but he goes for it now, down the main straight. And Jake Tealsley is up to B7. But for how long? And Musa Karimov stays in front. That was beautiful move by Musa, who keeps his B7. It was really close as well.
Yeah. But no, look at my no, look at my screen.
Huh. Hang on.
Just to make sure that I don't have to pay. Yeah.
Well, it worked before. What? Are you on something?
Huh? What?
You're on. Got something on. It's recording. Oh, no, hang on.
This is for which Carmen he beats this slap. I think Becher is going to beat as well. And yep, he will. So basically the drivers are beating when they have less than 4 liters of fuel.
Sorry.
So let's see who's going to have a better piece of bench Russian or which Garmin. lap 11, and here come the first mandatory pit stops. Which Cameron comes in for a stop, so Dane Fraser retakes the lead of the race. Which tire compound is going to be? It's going to be the wet tires. For Armin, and the pit stop is 7.3 seconds. Not bad at all. And Armin is going to be on P9.
Question is, will he undercut the Ferrari?
It was a 5 seconds piece of rush, and now Fraser is going to be pitting. Martino speeds, and that's it. Six point one. And Fraser is going to be in the pits. Looking at the pit stops of Caterham and Williams. It was a terrible pit stop by McLaren. There's a chance for Ferrari and Fortifosi to see their driver leading the race. .5. Also, not a bit speed up. I think that Armin is going to stay ahead. Jafari Blackwood overtakes Musa Karimov and moves up to P2. And the gap is going to be, I don't know, 2.5 seconds, I think.
Jimenez having a good race so far.
Yep, indeed. He did 7.4. Fernando Toss is going to be beaten. Jafar Blackwood beats, Musa Karimov beats, so it's going to be the battle of pit stops. And that's it.
Yeah.
.5.9. Toss is going to be on P20. Look at the pace of Musa Karimov. 2 seconds lost at 1 lap. TTSly slows down, and Rodrigo Jimenez is up into P2. .6, and Karimov has a better pistol, but he's going to be held up, of course, by Jafari Blackwood. So Jafari is on P13, and oh, it's Jimenez, the rear win. What's happened? Oh, it was the same battle.
If Childers, I think Tildesley. That was a very aggressive move by Tildesley. So, do you think that's a penalty, or was that a mistake by Tildesley?
Yeah, probably he tried to play. I think he tried to play a Russian in this situation, but he failed.
Yeah. So basically, Jimenez and Tildesley. So Tildesley got an overtake for nothing. So Tildesley might get a 5 second time penalty after the race because Nat is just not on by Tildesley.
Yep, so that's how to bottle the pole position. Oh, look how close Max Miller is to Fernando Tost. I think he's gonna be the first lapped car today. So for now, nobody is on intermediates at least.
Yeah. What you up?
Oh, that's another yellow flag, and here comes Alex Lowen, and his race is completely ruined.
Oh dear. Is that the next Ferrari driver I'm seeing? Oh dear.
Yep.
To be honest, poor guy, but seriously. His luck is just unbelievable. I just can't. Seriously, I just can't believe his luck this season. Bend it in Germany, and now just that. It's just so disappointing for Lon, to be honest.
Yeah, but I think everybody who has a debut at FRC, like, can relate to this.
Yeah, Baggers, and Underoli as an example. I'm gonna go, so see you later, everyone. So, like and subscribe, XD.
Bye. So here we could see another
I
takeoff.
don't know how long I'm gonna be out for, but hopefully will be quick because if I'm not, well, yeah, I'll just be on break. I'll just be on standby. So, I won't be permanently going. I'll just be on standby. So, yeah.
Okay, bye. Yep, here are the drivers who did not beat yet, and one of these drivers is the race leader Max Mittler. Actually, what about the pit stops? The ones who did not pit are Max Mittler, Sam Toscan, who's on P3, Erika Hanebusa, Chiki Paholiker, Litmin Pasalik, Paracelis, Miha, and that's it. Yeah, can we say now that the battle for P1 is dead? Like, a battle between Armin and Fraser. Then Fraser goes down the inside into Parabolica corner and yep, he's up to P3, but the gap got much bigger. So about 4 seconds I think. No, not 4, sorry. 2 seconds between Armin and Fraser, the current uh, race protagonists. As Hide tries to take Hayabusa now. Hayabusa, oh, did not have any pit stop yet. Hide tries the dive bomb. It's not very effective. Oh, it's Karimov on Miha. Side by side, Williams and the Tarasa. And Karimov is up to P12. Now even closer to the top 10. Yep, Armin is put in personal best laps, just lap by lap, and I think he gained half of a second on the middle sector. He gained it on Max Mittler, and from 11.4 it's going to be, I think, no, 11.2 between the first and second positions. But Fraser is not that slow compared to Armin, still 2 seconds between Armin and Fraser. That's a yellow flag, and now it's Rushton in the wall, another transmission problem. Where does he lose it? Right at the Parabolica.
Watch out for debris.
So right now we have only 18 drivers on the track. Here we go, green flags. Parabolica. And it is safe to race again. Lap 18 out of 40 and about 15 laps without any rain, with a hot sunny weather, and still no intermediates for at least one of the cars and one of the drivers. So are there even going to be any drivers on intermediate tires today? Oh, look at this, 10.2 between Armin and Smitla to 5.1 between Armin and Fraser. And another yellow flag. Oh, it's Erica Hanebusa in the wall. I think it was a huge impact because Yep just misses the car. Just loses the car, loses the... I think he... Wait. He should just missed the breaking point. And that's where the car is gone. Straight into the barrier. Not that straight, but mostly it was an impact to the rear of the car. So that's another retirement. Micha will be up into P10. We have a lot of yellow flags in the last sector. Green flags, and I think Max Miller will be pitching on lap number 21. It's mostly the driver's speed when they have less than 4 liters of fuel. Now Max has 4.9. No, he decides to pit now. And actually, that's interesting because Daniel Fraser is going to pit on the next lap, according to the amount of fuel he has. And that's interesting strategy by Ferrari again. Okay, Jacob Holker, who's on P6, pits now, and Paracelsus, he stays out. Let's see if we're going to get the intermediate tires fit on Smittler's car. But here I think Armin gained about 10 seconds on the current race leader in the previous 10 laps or something. Smith repeats and Armin retakes the lead of the race. Good job by the Ferrari pit crew, 6.5. And Smittler is going to be on P5. Jacob Holker pits, so it's Pascal P6, Pascal P7, Karimov P8, and Michon P9. And Blackwood on P10. .6 and a P12 for an HRT. Any other drivers pit in? Yep, Fraser pits, Oscar pits, and Parcels pits. So Hidet goes up to P2. But I think it's no big deal for Fraser as well as for Armin. I thought the Montenegrin would be stuck behind Jimenez, but no, he gets past him quite easily. So Fraser's in the pits, Oscar's in the pits. Let's see who's going to have a good pit stop and who's going to have a bad pit stop. Fraser 6.5. Great. So he's going to be at P6, I think. No, not P6, sorry, P5. Oscar has 7 seconds pit stop. Yeah, Fraser on P5, Karim of P6, Oscar on P7, Miha P8, and Paracels is in the pits as well. Okay. Blackwood Tilsley completes the top 10. A problem with front right, and it's 8 seconds pit stop. That's a disaster. So about the drivers coming in this lap, it's Pasalic who is on P4, and Miha who is on P8, and Blackwood who is on P9. So basically, Ferrari undercutted the whole field. Very interesting. Some kind of misunderstanding from the Ferrari pit crew, but we could not see the same thing we saw at qualifying between Abovish and Garmin, side by side at the pit lane, and yep, Nicole Johansson, another transmission problem. And another yellow flag at Parabolica. Okay, what about Garmin? He beats this lap, decides not to waste any time. 5.6 for Martinez, one of the fastest pit stops of the race. And toast pizza as well. Very good, 5.9.
Pit at the end of this lap.
Race leaders in the pits, and who is going to stay in front? Is it going to be Hidayat or is it going to be Vucci Carmen? I think it's going to be Adam, but as the result, who's going to win this race? Smitler. And by the way, yep, Smitler is ahead of Fraser. So it's going to be Smitler or Armin. And it's intermediates! It's intermediates for Vucci Carmen. That's... I think that's the smartest decision of this race, but... Well, not overtaken by Fraser, but overtaken by a different Ferrari of Max Smitler. But I think it's still too early to call the McLaren strategist's genius, because we still don't know if intermediates are good or bad. But for now, Vucci Carmen is being overtaken by Daniel Fraser. Down the inside comes the Ferrari driver, and yep, that's it, up to P3. Probably we can say that the tires are not warmed up yet, but we'll see as the next one behind Armin is Musa Karimov. Not as fast as a Ferrari, but look at this, how much time he's lost. Already 1 second. No, this is not genius, this is stupid. Almost a second slower on the middle sector. Oh! What's happened? Was somebody... Yep, Fernando just ran wide, but he saved it. That's why there was... Oh, and Jake Tilsey just spins out. That's interesting, that's very interesting. These two are having a fight, and it was just Jake looking up the... I think it was a lockup. Yeah, he spun on his own. Here there was no contact between the two drivers, and... Yep. Let's see, 9/10 of a second between Armin and Karimov. And Karimov beats. Karimov beats. think everybody will be pitting for intermediates now. The second rider to the soul is going to be Sakarimov, who comes in right now. And yep, intermediates for the Williams driver as well. And as we know from Armin's experience, these tires do not work that well on the first laps. Or maybe they do not work at all. Let's see who will be in front, Parcells or Karimov. Look at this. Yes, Parcells was going much more confident through Curva Grande and much better into De La Roja. Yep. It's too early to pit for intermediates. Just too early. Oh, Parcells runs wide. Parcells makes a mistake and does not make the move stick on Zakharinov. Let's see what's happened. He just tried to hold brake and completely missed the braking point. Well, we can say that Karimov just got lucky. .136 by Fraser and 138 by Pucci Carmen. Tilsley pits. Was it a mandatory pit stop? Yep, it was. Oh, seriously? Yep, it's wet tires. The wet tire compound, I mean. Yes. And that was a good decision. Adam Hidayat now pits. He was in the lead of the race for so long. But not really. And I think that he can fight for P3 or even for P4. So it is a Ferrari 1-2. But I think it's too early to yell for the Ferrari. It's still... Well, it's still 12 laps ago. Eight seconds, no, that's a bad pit stop. Was there any mistake? Yep, a mistake with the front right again. Let's find a better camera. Like this. Not really. Yep. can't remove the tire and they can't put it on the place. So there's a lot of time lost. Yellow flag. Oh, it's Jimenez in the wall. That's a huge impact for the Mercedes car. What's going on here? Into turn 4, and yep, he's lost the car at Lesmas. Missed the apex and boom into the wall. Now we can continue the race, he said, and calmly collide with the wall for the second time. Oh, look at this. Spinning wheel. Wait, how did it? How did... What a nice bouncing wheel. Well, here it is on P5 after this pit stop. And Semtoskan's on P4. Brilliant. Any more pit stops? Yes, only pit stop for Santina Andreoli. And that's it. No more pit stops planned by any of the teams, and yeah, it's Mercedes in top 10 again, Jeffrey Blackwood.
Yeah, indeed.
And welcome back.
Hello, I'm back again.
So everybody's still running on the wet tires except for Vucci Carmen and one of the Williams
Daniel
cars,
Fraser.
Musa Karimov.
Have you any try performances here on the show? Okay, never mind. Choose one. You did the performances.
You're lagging.
I'm outside of Portugal, so
Oh, it's raining again.
Yeah. This is a Ferrari 1-2, but however, I think Miller could. Is Max Miller going to pit, or is he just going to the end?
No, everybody goes to the end, and that was a terrible decision by McLaren to put Armin on intermediates.
I mean, sure. I mean, sure. It was for like a couple of seconds, but then, McLaren just bottled the race again.
Yeah,
Also, another thing. Also another good result for. It's going to be Sweden's Summer Oskan, who is doing really well in the Sauer.
yep, indeed.
We're so many DNFs today. Another fastest lap for Fuji Garmin, but I don't think it's going to be enough for Armin, perhaps Fraser, or even for that matter, because Miller's just miles ahead.
Surely, but he can try to get closer to Fraser to get this second position. But
Fraser might go over Rosetta Martinez, who is in front of him, but Rosetta might just let him go.
fastest lap by Santino Andreoli.
I told you that will happen. Armin had a really terrible start. The race should have gone for another set of a full wide. Ferrari. No, wait. I think Armin is the quickest, but he's nowhere near Daniel Fraser, so.
Yeah, he gained 3 tenths on the previous lap. But still, I think it's going to be enough. But we have to remember that both these drivers may be stuck behind Rosette Martinez.
But that will change for Daniel Fraser. He's going to overtake Rosetta Martinez. Just let him through.
But let's see what's going to be the difference between the two drivers after the second sector. So the gap is now 1.9.
So, I think it's Robin, but I think it failed it to. I mean, very time for.
129.4 by Armin.
Another fastest lap of the race for Armin. Oh, Rosetta Martinez got Fraser around the outside, so the pretty Armin could have a go. So I wanted, and also wanted to take it away, Prozio.
Well, if this P2 will go for Wuchi Carmen, who dive bombs 2 cars and moves up into P2, then Rosetta Martinez is in danger. Yep, I think he's going to be murdered by the Tifosi.
Yeah.
1-2 is ruined, and yep, I know there is no chance for which coming to win this race, but yep.
Fujikarman. No. I think the intermediates are actually doing pretty well compared to wet. So it's because. So I think Rosetta Martinez and Daniel Fraser made a really good, and not Daniel Fraser, Fujikarman made a really good decision of putting on the intermediate at the moment. He easily breezes past Fraser on very old full wets compared to Rosetta Martinez and Fujikarman's new intermediate. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can do about that against the intermediate versus the full wets. So I think if Fujikarma keeps up this pace, I think he might overtake Max Miller, but I doubt that.
Oh, it's already 6.2. Just look at the pace. We may see some
Fujikarma
victories.
could, yeah. Yeah, Fujikarma said he believes he has the pace, but he's really showing it.
$5.7. Half of a second faster each sector.
Yeah. Fujikarma could win out of this second home race because Montenegro is one of the closest to Italy. So basically, Fujikarma's going to win his home race basically if we count that as his home race.
Yep, kind of. And also as the Italian Grand Prix in 2010 and 2011 were won by Abovic, both races. Then, oh, he beats it! He beat.
No,
Oh, he's
can't
out of
believe
the
it.
race. You jinxed it. Or who did? I don't know. Damn it. Well, for the Ferrari.
God damn it. Ugh, God damn it. Why has it always has to be Fujikarma? Yeah. I mean, well done to Max Miller. Fujikarma's definitely just binned his title chances this weekend. No doubt about it. Yeah, it's definitely good. Yeah, as it stands right now, I think Max Miller will be. I think Max Miller could be most dominant champion of FRC unless he bins it. You know,
Yep, go
so
5 laps to go.
I say so far, but I'm not gonna say it's definite to become the FRC champion, but seriously, he is just.
So now Andrelli is the fastest car on track, but yep, he sets the fastest laps each single lap. Yep. Still about 10 seconds to Miha. I don't think he's going to gain that much time the last 5 laps.
Yeah, Max Miller's just. Wish I never.
Oh, got a battle for B8 between Blackwood and Paracelsus. He's going to be ahead. Paracelsus is going for it.
Paracelsus. Sure, pretty good. Going down the inside up to Fiery Blackwood. Pretty hit move.
Well, 2 laps to go, and in just 2 laps time, Max Miller is going to win the Italian Grand Prix, which is going to be his second win this season. Last time he won at Turkey, at Istanbul.
Yeah, Max is definitely going to win the race. No doubt about it.
As well as he extends his championship lead. The closest drivers to him in the series just retired. It's Abovic. Santiandre only puts fastest lap each single lap, but still cannot get closer to P10, and as a result he is going to get no points, I think. Aditya Bagos is out, Jake Tilsley, well, he's out, I think.
Yeah, it's just a walk in the park for a Ferrari. So yeah, all the teams have to make a lot of ground.
lot of ground. Like, they built up so much ground to Max Mittler, and it just dropped it at this weekend. Final lap for Max Mittler.
Well, just about 20 seconds until Max Mitter is going to cross the line. As he has completed the middle sector, now goes into Scary. Down the parabolic corner. Down the final corner, and it is Max Mittler winning the race at Monza, win the race at Italy, and it is Ferrari on top today. Forza Ferrari, and it is 1-2 for them. Max Mitter P1, Dane Fraser P2, and Adam Hirayat completes the race on 3rd position. P4 Simon Toscan, what a race he had. And he finishes just really close to the podium. P4. P5 Vladimir Pasalik was really close, but Musa Karimov almost overtook the German with his fresh intermediates. Jacob Holker is on P7. And it's points for HRT. On P8 it is Jafari Blockwood and Parcels and Miha fighting for P9. But no Parcels is going to stay in front, and as the result, he finishes the race on 9th position. Or not. Or not, it's going to be the photo finish. Oh! And Miha actually finishes on P9. Wow, that was amazing.
Really good race for the line. Let me tell you that.
But actually, what's happened to Paracels? Seems like no mechanical failure or something, but he just loses P8 to Blackwood at Ascari, and then it's Misha overtaken the Caterham right on the line. One-thousandth of a second, wow. Now we'll take a look at the retired drivers, which are Pucci Carmen, Jake Tilsley, Jimenez, Johansson, Hanebusa, Rushton, Luana Voisin Bagus, and we're going to listen to the national anthems of Wales and Italy.
No, I don't think we should use the national anthem. It's otherwise we're going to get copyrighted by YouTube, so...
Yeah, no, we can't really use the anthems, but why not use them? I think the Belgian Grand Prix was blocked not because of not because of the anthems, but because of somebody reporting it as spam for no reason. That's it for the Italian Grand Prix, and that's it for the European season of FRC. Now we have just 4 more races. And
Yeah.
yep, first we're going to be at Asia, and then it's going to be the American Tour at
Kosa.
yep, at Kota and at Interlagos. So
But then for Korea, there's something special.
yep,
Tell them.
it's going to be the first anniversary Grand Prix, and it is going to be held. Actually, the qualifying is going to be on Sunday on 29th, and the race is going to be on 30th, on Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, indeed. This is some bowling times for the FRC at the moment, but hopefully we get a good race at Korea. So we hope to see you there at Korea at the Yongyam International Circuit. So I've been Blake Moore,
And Mirus Pro.
and goodbye everyone.